Do you want to build your own streaming platform like Netflix, Hulu, or Disney? Or maybe you want to launch a platform just for anime fans, K-drama lovers, or sports fans? You could even create an app for content in a specific language like Spanish, French, or any other. The good news? You don't need $1 million budget to make it happen. In this video, we'll walk you through a real working demo of our own OTT app. From smart recommendations to parental controls, subscription plans to offline downloads, everything you would expect in a top streaming app is already built in. But before we show you the demo, let's take a quick look at the growing market for streaming apps and why this is the perfect time to build your own app. In 2025, global revenue from OTT video apps is expected to reach $344 billion. And that's not just market size or potential value. That's actually money being spent on subscriptions, ads, and pay-per-view content. And get this, the United States alone will bring in about $147 billion in 2025, more than any other country. These numbers prove one thing: you don't need to build the next Netflix. Even small, niche platforms for anime, kids, education, or K-dramas based content can make real money if they serve the right audience. If your app solves a real need, there's never been a better time to launch it. So, let's start. To start, your user has to log in or sign up for the account. If the user doesn't have the account, the user must register themselves. Enter their email, password, or can continue with their Google account, Apple ID, and Facebook. Once they log in, they have to set up their account. They must choose their interest in what type of shows they are interested in. They have to fill their profile details, upload profile picture, name, email, contact details, gender, and continue. Once the user clicks continue, they will be redirected to create a pin page and upload their fingerprint. With this, the user doesn't have to enter a PIN every time they log in. In case your user is already a registered user and forgot your password, you can easily restore your ID by this. The user has to select the forgotten password, select in which way they want to receive code, enter the code, create a new password, and continue. Once the user logged in, they will be redirected to the home section, where they can view the top movies, new releases. They can view them in detail by clicking on a particular section, and the details are here. If someone is looking for a particular movie or series, they can get it from the Explore section. Click on it, add the name of the movie, and the list is here. Users can also sort or filter the movies based on top searches, regions, genres, time periods, and popularity. Apply the filters and sorted results here. Apply the filters and sorted results here. When users click on a particular movie, they can view the details of the movie play button, cast details, trailer, similar movies, episode details, and comments. Section where the user can view and share comments on movie, share button. User can also view and give rating to movie, download option to watch it offline. My list section where the user can explore the movies and series. Those are wishlisted by them. Sorted by categories, downloaded movies were available here. Profile section where the user can view and update their profile details. From here, the user can update the subscription details, select plan, payment method, add cart, review summary, and continue with payment. Then there's the edit profile option where the user can update their personal details. Notification section here. The user can select what type of notifications they want to view on their screen. Download section to view. Security updating section to secure your account. Select language in which you are interested in watching movies. Privacy policy page where the user can view privacy policy content. Help center where the user can view FAQs, contact us info, and then have logout button. That's what your users will see and experience on the front end. Simple, fast, and familiar. But behind every great OTT app is a powerful control system working in the background. Let's now take a look at the admin panel where you can manage your content, users, subscriptions, and everything else that keeps your platform running. Now let's take a look at the powerful admin panel, the control center of your OTT platform. This is where you manage everything behind the scenes. Right from the dashboard, you get quick access to key areas. user management to view and control user accounts, content management to upload, organize and update your shows and movies, subscription management to set pricing, plans and billing options, analytics to track performance, user behavior and engagement, grievance handling to manage customer support and issue resolution, and a settings section for deep level controls. Let's explore how it all works. We start with the user section. Here you can view all user details including their subscription status, start and end dates and activity. You can also add new users or search by month, plan type or user status like active, inactive or suspended. Filters help you quickly track and manage your audience with ease. Next we have the content management section. Here you can view all the content currently available on the platform. You can add new content and filter existing content by language, genre, rating and more. There's also an option to switch between table view and grid view, making it easy to browse and manage your content library. In the subscription management section, you can view and export subscription data, add new plans and filter results by week, month, last 3 months or a custom date range. At the top, you'll see key stats like active subscriptions, monthly revenue, pending renewals, cancellations this month. You can also drill down into subscription data on the basis of weekly, monthly, 3-month, 6-month and yearly. You can also do the filter on the basis of different types of plans like basic, premium, family or student. Filters let you sort by status, which includes active, cancelled, expired or pending, and then by payment cycles like monthly or yearly. And when you click on a user, you can also see the list of devices they are using to access the platform. Next, we have the analytics section. You'll find a full overview of the platform's performance. At the top, you'll see 3 key highlights: total revenue, live content, active paid ads. Below that is the content performance analytics area, where you can switch between table view and chart view. In table view, you'll see detailed data for each video including title, region, revenue, downloads, content type and upload date. You can filter this data easily by category or scroll through to explore trends. In chart view, performance can be visualized as a bar chart, graph or line chart, giving a quick snapshot of metrics like revenue and downloads. On the right, you'll see performance by region segmented by areas like Global, North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. This helps you understand where your users are coming from and how different regions are engaging with your content. There's also an option to generate custom reports filtered by content type, region, and date range, which can be exported as CSV or PDF files. Lastly, you'll find quick options to download the latest report, email it, or schedule it for regular delivery. Next, we move on to the grievance management section. It gives a full overview of customer support activity. At the top, you'll find quick metrics like total tickets, average resolution time, first response time, overall resolution rate. You can view these across different time frames like daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. There's also a status breakdown showing how many tickets are open, pending, resolved, or escalated, along with the satisfaction rating panel on the right, along with feedback breakdown that tracks responses marked positive, neutral, or negative. Scrolling down, you'll see tickets by category, which helps you understand what type of issues users are facing. A ticket trends graph shows patterns over 7, 30, or 90 days, comparing new tickets versus resolved ones. Below that, you can view all support ticket details filtered by status and category. Each ticket may include attachments uploaded by users to explain their issues. And for faster replies, customer support agents can use built-in response templates directly from the panel. We come to the last segment, which is settings. It gives you full control over how your OTT platform is configured and personalized. On the left-hand side, you'll find options under platform name and branding, localization and language, user and security, subscription and payment, communication, content management, analytics and integration. Let's start with platform name and branding. Here, you can set the platform name, logo, brand colors, and other visual elements that define your app's identity. Next, we have localization and language. It allows you to choose your supported languages, set a default language, manage time zones, currencies, and region-specific settings to localize your app for any audience. Next, we have the user and security option. From here, you can configure password policies, authentication rules, session limits, and control how many devices each account can use. You also have moderation tools to flag or block inappropriate content. Next option is for subscription and payment. It allows you to set pricing for different plans like basic, premium, family, or student, and define the free trial durations. Integrate payment gateways such as Stripe, PayPal, and more. You can also set tax rules like VAT or GST depending on your country's requirements. Next is the communication option. It allows you to send system emails and alerts for events like welcome messages, payment failures, subscription renewals, or password resets. You can also configure SMS and push notifications using custom templates for mass announcements. Next is the content management option. You can define what content formats are supported, set file size limits, and configure age ratings or content release schedules. You can implement manual, automated, or hybrid moderation to control the content flow based on your policy needs. Lastly, we have the option of analytics and integration. Here you can integrate tools like Google Analytics, Firebase Analytics, and Facebook Pixel, or connect your own customer analytics solution. Then we have event tracking with advanced tracking for metrics like page views, video plays, search queries, subscription events, user registrations, payment, content interactions, device types. These events can be toggled on or off and are fully reportable. So now you have seen both sides of the platform, where a user's experience and how you can manage everything from behind the scene. But building something like this from scratch can be complex. That's where we come in. At CodeBrew Labs, we help businesses like yours turn big ideas into powerful, user-ready apps. We've already helped over 5,000 clients worldwide bring their platform to life. Whether you're building a full OTT app like Netflix or a niche platform for anime, sports, K-dramas, or regional language content, we've got you covered. Ready to get started? Click the link in the video description, fill out the quick form, and schedule your free consultation session with us. It only takes a minute. From concept to launch, our team will help you build a high-performing app that's smart, scalable, and built to stand out in the market. If you found this video helpful, give it a like. It helps more people find content like this. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos on building powerful apps that grow your business.